Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Just Stone back here again with another video. As you might be able to tell, brand new setup, testing things out, got some new things, and hopefully we're going to make this work. So to sort of go back to my roots, so to speak, we're going to be looking at a mini belt, and as the title has shown, we are going to be looking at a rated R Edge mini version of the WWE Championship. So this is the first time I've ever reviewed one of these championships. I've never seen one of these before. So we're going to take out the bag, take a look at it, and just give my opinions on it. Like literally take it out of its little plastic packing shipping bag we got. So out of that we got a nice finished belt bag. It's one of those more modern ones where it's not the rough material, it's nice and smooth, and the zip actually goes from one end all the way to the other rather than just partially on some of the belt bags as you would have seen in the past. Right, so if we take this out the belt bag, there's no sort of protective paper, tissue paper inside. So in the bag, it's just like that, nothing protective, but it is nice and soft, so there's no worries about damaging your mini belt. So just before we go on to the belt itself, so on the bag, it does have the more newer WWE logo, which wasn't around when this belt was actually used on TV by Edge. And then underneath that, it does say Edge Rated R Championship. Right, so belt bag aside, let's take a look at the belt. And first impressions, I think it actually looks quite nice. As I say, this is the first time I've ever reviewed one of these belts, ever seen one of these actually. So maybe different versions might be better or worse. So based on the little patch you have on the back here, this belt was manufactured in 2016, so not too long ago, but obviously, what is it, 10 years or so after this actual belt was originally used on TV. So I guess keep in mind that they might have made some changes to any original versions of this mini belt that may have come out. So before we actually look at the belt more closely, let's give the measurements. So the length of this actually from one end of the strap to the other is about 32.5 centimeters. The height of the belt, and I've actually measured from the top of the strap to the bottom because it actually overlaps the main plate, is about 7.5 centimeters. And then the thickness of the belt, so I've gone from the bottom of the strap here to the top of the center plate, that's 1.5 centimeters. Okay, so to take a look at this belt, I actually think it looks quite nice. So you've got the main plate here in the middle, and that does feature the little spinning R right here like that. And then on either side, you've got two side plates. So you've got one smaller one, one larger one, and then the same on the other side, the larger one, and then the smaller one. So the main plate does have the eagle along with the rated R spinning plate in the middle. And at the bottom, it does say champ. And then you have actually got Edge's nameplate, which is pretty cool. So onto the left side plates here, we have got one here that does say Raw at the bottom. And I think it's, the original one actually said Mon Night, as in Monday Night Raw, so to speak. But on these mini belts, it seems to be illegible. It's just a load of like little diamonds. It doesn't actually say anything. You can't read any writing of it. I don't think it's any word at all. But at the bottom, you have got the letters RAW as in Raw. And then next to that, you have got the little World Wrestling Entertainment logo with the old original scratch logo, which would have been used when this belt was originally used on TV. Moving on to the first right side plate, you have got something that says WWE Champion, so rather than WWE Champ right there. That's got a mix of white or clear and red and green little diamonds. And then next to that, you've got the same World Wrestling Entertainment little side plate that was on the left side as well. So either side of the belt does have 3 male snaps and 3 female snaps, so you can buckle it up. And then along the strap, you have got this, what looks like a little shell tooling. I don't know if that's the actual name of the tooling, but that runs across from where the side plates start almost, all the way across the plates and ends where the snaps are. If we turn this over, on the back we have got all the bolts and screws that hold all the plates in place. And something I've noticed is that they have got the little patch here to give you all the information on the belt, like when it was manufactured, things like that. And it covers up any possibility of locking the centerpiece from spinning. With previous belts, even the large ones and the other older versions of the mini belt, you can actually insert a screw that you normally get with your belt and you can lock this centerpiece. But with this, you can't do that. There's no way to get to it. It's stitched on, and then forever you're going to have your centerpiece that rotates. So also on the back, we have got a standard WWE holographic logo with the new logo, which signifies how more recent or modern this belt actually is. So let's just see if we can snap this up. And yeah, that snaps up pretty well. so you can do whatever you want with it. I've joked in the past that you can wear it on your wrist or something like that, maybe not in reality, but you can, let's say, stand up like that, have it on display, which is pretty nice. So one thing I have noticed is that the centerpiece here is just one whole plate. I have seen original replicas of the large version of the spinner belt, which had the WWE logo, obviously encrusted with diamonds and what have you. And it seemed like the WWE logo was cut out, so it's a little hard to describe this. So the WWE logo would spin, but the back behind the logo wouldn't spin. So it's just like the WWE logo was cut out as a spinning plate. And I would assume that possibly the star on this would have been the same on the actual TV version of the belt and any replicas. But this is just one whole plate. So if it wasn't like that on the originals, that's a bit of a shame. But as I said, I haven't seen an original version myself, and this is still pretty cool, I think. So just bear that in mind. If the original was cut out, you know, and it wasn't just one whole centerpiece, the more modern ones are going to be one whole centerpiece, so hopefully that doesn't disappoint you too much. Right, overall, to give my opinions on this belt, I think this is quite a nice looking belt. As I said, I'm not too sure about the centerpiece. To me, it looks fine, but if it was different on the original one, then that's a little bit of a disappointment. So maybe they've just done that to make it, I don't know, is it more cost effective? Who knows, really? But I think actually this is quite a sturdy belt. The leather, or the artificial leather, feels quite soft, although it looks quite rigid there. It's got a nice soft feel to it. I think it's very nice. The plates look very thick and sturdy as well. It doesn't look flimsy. The detailing on it is pretty good, apart from obviously where it would normally say Night or whatever, you know, that's illegible. But the actual detailing on all the plates actually looks really good in my opinion. And overall, if you like this belt, I'd probably recommend it. It's quite a nice belt. Yeah, it's quite weighty as well for a mini belt, so whatever you're going to do with it, if you are going to wear it somehow or whatever, just keep that in mind. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for this video. This was a review of the mini version of the Edge Rated R WWE Championship belt that he wore around 2006, I believe it was. Overall, my opinions, I think it's a very nice looking mini belt. The detail on it is very good. Very high quality in my opinion, and I would recommend it if you are a fan of this belt and you want to have a mini version of it. I think it looks really good. Okay guys, thanks very much for watching. Let me know if you have any comments, you know, feel free to like this video and subscribe and all that. Thanks very much for watching, I appreciate it, and don't be a plonker as usual, and take care. I'll see you in the next video. All the best.